Hi, I'm outside again. Ha! Hopefully you can hear okay. I never know when I'm outside. So I have kind of a funny little story to tell about this really precious, it's a heart-shaped beach glass from PEI. So this morning I wanted to put it on and I couldn't find it and I started to cry. So I thought, that's kind of a strong reaction, but I realized it's for the person that it represents. Then I just sort of felt that. And then I also tell people, well, the universe knows where your things are if you lose them. So I kind of say that a lot. So of course I had to use my voice today, hear the voice today or acknowledge it. And it said it was in this other place where I don't usually put it. And I went over there and there it was. So I will continue to say the universe knows where it is if you lose something. And me included. So always me included. I get to do all these things too. I don't know anything more than anyone else, maybe a little bit less. So I'm going to channel. Believe it or not, I'm not going to just chat. And if you like the videos, press subscribe. And there'll probably be some message of love going through here. And I will say goodbye at the end. There's a part of you that will always be considered sneaky. Now, this is a strong word. It implies that there is something wrong with coming around behind things, or perhaps finding some bit of information in the middle of a big mess. And it implies, you see, that you are sort of criminal-minded, and yet, to be completely clear, all humans are like this, if necessary. If necessary, you will be sneaky. If there's a good enough cause, if there's something that you believe strongly in, you will become sneaky. So we are wondering now if this word could be a little softer for you. If we say you are sneaky, I am sneaky, if we say this, perhaps it won't be such a bad thing to hear. We will say why it is we use this word in terms of trying to stay in your human body and yet live a spiritual life. The two come together. And in this way, you of course must be sneaky. Your ego, your physical body, your humanity always wishes to take precedence. I am ego. I am the most important thing in your life. I am keeping us from harm. I will lead us. See? Always this. So if you're spending your time with this sort of energy, in order to get anything else done, it's going to have to come around the backside. It's going to have to sneak its way in. Now, this does not make it incorrect at all. It just presents an opportunity, you see, to change things, to change the way you view, the way you live, the way your energy flows. It's just creating a little bit of an exit and entrance into your life. What do we mean by this? What do we mean by this? Oftentimes it seems to you we are talking in circles, and yet we know you talk in circles. So this is where the sneaky comes about. You speak in circles instead of directly saying the truth for you. So in order, we are saying two things, yes. We are saying you must be sneaky, and we are also saying it's important for you to say, I am being sneaky, to acknowledge it. To say, I'm going to have to be sneaky around this ego because it always needs attention. And I don't want to always give it attention. I want it to become smaller so my spiritual interests may become bigger. Otherwise, there's no room, you see. So we're going to sneak around back. You're going to say, I'm going to be sneaky to do this. I'm going to come up behind my ego and say, tap it on the back and say, listen, fella, it's time for you to go sit down. If you come straight at it, you're going to get into a huge argument, and it will go on, and the ego loves to argue, you see. So the only one way around the ego, the arguing ego, we might as well call it that, is to come around back and tap it on the shoulder. Surprise it. Say, oh, you didn't know we were here. We wish to surprise you for a moment, and we're going to ask you if you wouldn't mind just sitting down for a moment, so we may have some quiet time with energy, universe, grass, all of this. We wish to have some quiet time with it, and we're wondering if you could just sit down and be quiet. And we must always sneak up behind you, you see, because if we come straight at you, you argue at us, and we can't get close enough. So we must be sneaky. Now, in your actual life, what does this mean? What does this mean in this moment for you? First of all, this is sort of complicated. We're going to layer it a little bit for you. First of all, we wish you to acknowledge your beautiful self, no matter what judgment you place on yourself. If you are sneaky, if you are angry, if you are bitter, if you are sad, how about just being that? How about no great judgment on you, a bad human being, if you are these things? That's the very top layer. It's okay to be human. It's okay to be sneaky when you're human. That is loving yourself and being honest. The other layer is the ego, which often comes forth when there's nothing else filling the space. So if you don't say to it, all right, I have some other things to do, such as this, this, and this. I want to lay on the grass. I want to speak to the clouds. I want to talk to the universe. I want to be very, very quiet in my brain. It will understand you have other things to do, and it will gladly step back. If there's nothing for you to do, it will always step forward. Its job is to keep you alive, you see, to see everything that's coming from every angle. So, of course, it will always come out when there's nothing else there. So you sneak up behind it, tap it on the shoulder, ask it to have a seat, and now you're going to do what? You're going to lie in the grass and look at the clouds. And now we have come full circle and sneaked up behind you to say, it's time for you to go lay on the grass and look up at the clouds. We've sneaked up to you with your own word. It's time for you to lie on the grass and look up at the clouds. There is much love for you. Namaste. That's hilarious. So often they're multi-layered, their messages, and you can get some of it, some layers, some you can't, some you don't wanna, whatever. Hopefully there's something there that you liked, and if nothing else, how about lay on the grass? There's some right behind me. I think that's good advice for everyone, no matter what you're doing. Just lay down on the grass and look up. Bye.